You're lying in bed right now, eyes closed, breathing slow, and you have no way to prove you're not still there. No way to prove this moment right now is any more real than the dream you had last night. That should bother you? But it won't. Not yet. Your brain hides the truth from you on purpose. Right now, there's a gap in your vision. A blind spot the size of a fist at arm's length. You've never seen it. You never will. Your brain paints over it, fills in the blank with what it thinks should be there. And it does this every single waking second without asking your consent. But here's what makes this worse than a small glitch. That fill-in trick isn't a bug. It's the whole system. Your entire sense of sight, of sound, of touch works the same way. Your brain doesn't show you the world. It builds a model, a guess, a sketch based on hints. And most of the time, the sketch is close enough that you never think to question it. But what happens when the sketch gets it wrong? Think about the last time you looked down a long road. 2 cars in the distance, roughly the same size. One closer, one farther. You knew the far one was bigger. Your eyes told you it was smaller. Both things felt true at once. That tension, that pull between what you know and what you see, it's not rare. It's constant. Your brain just hides the conflict. Researchers tested this with 2 plain bars on a page. Same length, same width, but placed between lines that point inward on one, outward on the other. Nearly half the people tested swore the top bar was longer. They were wrong, every time. Now, you might think, fine, trick lines on paper. That's not real life. But here's the deeper problem. You can't split off trick lines from real life. Your brain uses those same shortcuts for everything. Depth, size, speed, color. Every scene you look at passes through a filter built from old patterns, learned rules, and best guesses. You never see raw data. You see the edit. So if sight is an edit, what about the rest? Close your eyes and think of your bedroom. You can see the walls, the door, the window. Where the light falls, that image feels vivid, feels solid. And if I told you right now that you're dreaming, you'd laugh. Of course you're awake, you're reading, you're alert. But that's the exact same thing you'd say inside a dream. During deep sleep, your brain fires the same circuits it uses when you're wide awake. Your visual centers light up, your fear centers spike. Your sense of time stretches and bends, and plenty of people at least once a month have a false start. They dream they woke up. They dream they walked to the kitchen, made coffee, checked their phone. Everything lined up. Everything felt normal. And then they woke up for real. The brain didn't label the fake morning as fake. It ran the same code, used the same wiring, and built the same world. The only clue was waking up twice. Some people can catch the dream mid-flight. Lucid dreamers know they're asleep while it's still going. Some got so good at it they could send eye signals from inside the dream. Left, right, left, right. A code. A message from a sleeping brain to a waking lab. The dreamer was asleep. The message was real. Both things were true at the same time. So now the question deepens. If your brain builds the world when you're awake and builds an equal world when you're asleep, how do you know which one you're in right now? A French thinker asked this same thing hundreds of years ago. He sat by a fire, alone, and pushed the question further than anyone before him. What if, he asked, there's something out there, something powerful, something wicked, that is feeding you every sight, every sound, every thought? Not a dream, not a glitch, a full crafted lie. Every math problem you solve, every face you trust, every memory you hold. All planted, all fake. He called it the evil demon. Not a red devil with horns, something worse. A mind with total power over yours. A puppet master pulling strings you can't see or feel. And the strangest part? He couldn't prove it wrong. No test could work. Any check you try uses the very senses the demon controls. It's like trying to spot a forged painting using a brush the forger gave you. But from that pit of doubt, one thing held. One small, stubborn light. The demon can lie about what you see. It can lie about what you touch. It can feed you false math, false faces, false skies, but it cannot make you think without you being there to think. The act of doubt proves the doubter. If you're being tricked, someone is being tricked. And that someone is you. You exist. That much is certain. But notice what that doesn't prove. It proves a mind. A thinking thing. It does not prove a body. It does not prove a room. It does not prove coffee in a mug or a sun in the sky. It proves you're something. It says nothing about what, and that's where modern versions of this nightmare get even sharper. Picture a brain, not in a skull, in a glass jar, clear fluid. Quiet room, wires run from every surface of that brain to a machine. The machine sends pulses, electric whispers, and those whispers carry a full life. Warm sand under your feet, wind in your hair, the smell of rain, a lover's voice, all of it. Every texture, every hue, fed through cables thinner than thread. The brain in the jar doesn't know it's in a jar. It can't know, because knowing would require senses, and the senses are the lie. This isn't just a thought game. Modern headsets already blur the line. Researchers found that about a third of people in basic setups, with just a screen strapped to their face, reported feeling fully present in the fake world. Their bodies twitched at fake threats. Their hearts raced at fake cliffs. Some even felt their hands shift to match hands that didn't exist. A virtual limb that felt like theirs. If a screen and some speakers can fool that many users now, what happens when the tech gets wildly better? That's the door the next idea walks through. If a future group of beings has enough power to run a full world inside a machine, and if they run not one, but millions of these worlds, then the math gets ugly. For every real world, there could be countless fake ones, each one filled with minds that think they're real, each one running smooth, no glitches, no seams. And if that's true, then the odds that you're in the one real world, the base layer, the original, those odds are slim, very slim. But hold on, there's a crack in this argument, and it matters. The whole chain of doubt, from trick lines to false mornings to evil demons to brains in jars, it all uses logic. It uses words. It uses cause and effect. And where did those tools come from? They came from the world we're trying to doubt. You can't build an argument that the world is fake using rules that only work if the world is real. That's like sawing off the branch you're sitting on. If your language works, if your logic holds, if your thoughts connect in ways that lead to true results, then something stable and real must be grounding those tools. Critics of deep doubt point this out. The skeptic borrows from reality with one hand while denying it with the other. The very act of forming the doubt proves a structure the doubt claims to erase. This doesn't end the debate, but it draws a line. You can doubt all you want. You can chase the rabbit as deep as it goes. But at some point, you land on a floor you can't remove without removing yourself. And this is where the whole thing flips from a brain puzzle to a life tool. Every day, you act as if reality is real. You dodge cars. You eat food. You trust that the ground will hold your weight. None of this comes with a proof stamp. No one hands you a form that says, this world is real, signed, the universe. You just walk. You just step. And the ground holds. Again and again. Not because you proved it would, but because it has before. This is what some thinkers call working trust. Not blind faith. Not proof. A middle path. You build a model. You test it against what happens. When it works, you keep it. When it breaks, you fix it. You never claim the model is final. You just claim it's useful, and useful is enough to live on. But here's the part that changes things. Knowing the model is a model, knowing the map is not the land, it makes you nimble. It means you hold your views with open hands. You listen when someone says the ground shifted. You update. You adapt. You don't cling to a truth that stopped being useful. This is the quiet gift of doubt, not fear. Not the cold sweat of wondering if the walls are fake, but the calm power of someone who knows they're working with the best guess they've got, and that's enough. The brain predicts before it sees. It guesses before it hears. Most of what feels like raw input is really the brain talking to itself, checking its own notes, and only glancing at the outside world for updates. You're not a camera. You're a painter who peeks out the window now and then to make sure the sky is still blue. And even that peek might be a guess about a guess. So the next time you're sure about something, the next time you feel the solid weight of a fact in your hands, notice the feeling. Not the fact, the feeling of knowing. Because that feeling is the same one you had in a dream last night. The one where everything made sense. Where nothing seemed off. Right up to the moment you opened your eyes. If this shifted how you think about what's real, there's a lot more like this on the channel. Drop a comment and tell me which part hit the hardest. I want to know where the ground shifted for you. You reached for that coffee mug this morning. It felt solid. It felt real. But the hand that gripped it was built from the same guesses as the dream hand that gripped it last night. The only difference is, this time, you haven't woken up yet.